Hello, beautiful people in the world. I am your host, Essence.
And I'm your host, Alondra, and you're now listening to Pretty Perspectives.
Hey, Alondra.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's a beautiful Sunday out here.
I know.
Yeah, it's not too hot. It's 97.
I know. We've been dying.
Oh, yeah. Been melting.
But it's starting to get a little fresh.
Yeah, it definitely is. We're in a new location.
As you guys can tell, we're a little bit more comfy.
Yeah, I absolutely love this room. This isn't our room. This is Shelby's room, Shelby Lynn.
Shout out to Shelby.
Yes, for, offering up her room on this beautiful Sunday evening.
I know.
Hopefully we get to film and hear him more often.
I feel like we're more comfortable.
Yeah,
know?
definitely comfortable.
It feels more
personal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. In the other room we're exposed more to the street.
Lights.
Yeah, and the lights.
And we were right on that main road.
So it's loud.
It is really
That's
loud.
why last episode they were able to hear the motorcycle that went by.
Yeah.
We were like, oh my goodness.
And I think anyone who's viewing us on YouTube can tell that I'm getting distracted.
You're like
I'm looking outside the window.
Because you can see, you can
I'm like
see
a dog said squirrel.
I know.
Oh,
so we took advantage of the opportunity of, Shelby offering her room.
It's a lot more quiet in here. I like it.
I know. It's relaxing.
So what are we talking about today?
We're talking about acne.
Acne.
Yeah.
I've been dealing with it almost all my life.
I think it can be a very touchy subject to some people.
It is.
And once you start understanding what it is and how to treat it, why it's there, then you get comfortable with it and you accept it. You're like, you know what? It's already there. But doesn't mean it's going to last forever.
No.
So
to anyone who is dealing with acne, no matter what stage it is, please don't be too hard on yourself.
No.
I know it's like a hard journey. It is literally difficult because it's not only do you have to deal with what you're seeing in the mirror, but you're also looking at a million of different things on the internet.
Especially now, society has unfortunately
you got TikTok.
Yes, projected the glass skin look of it, but everybody goes through it different. At least from personal experience.
Nobody's skin is perfect.
No, we're not. And
we are beautifully imperfect.
Right.
It's just how it is, But this podcast episode will be going over some of our personal experience with dealing with acne, and we'll be sharing information with you just to give you a little bit more insight on how to deal and navigate in your skin journey. Yeah.
So tell me, when did you start seeing your acne?
It was in middle school.
Middle school?
Yeah, I can remember vividly. I was in art class. I believe it was maybe 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe it was my forehead or my cheeks, somewhere in that region. And I literally felt the biggest nodule. And I did not know at the time that it was a nodule. I didn't know what was going on. It hurt. It was really painful. And I was like, what is this? And I was like, oh my goodness, what does this look like right now? So I asked my art teacher if I could go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And in the school of mine, there was this single handicap restroom. And it was across the hall from my acne. From my...
See? It's acne gets
it was right across from my art class.
Right.
So I literally rushed into the bathroom. And guys, I kid you not, I broke down. I stayed in that bathroom for the rest of the period. It was so bad.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to face anyone, but I did because I had to.
Right.
And that was my first acne experience.
Because you realize, you're like, I don't know what this is, but it's there.
It's there.
Like, how do I make it go away? Especially during that age. On my end, it was around the same time.
Yeah.
It was middle school. I started noticing in middle school, especially around my cheeks. In my case, I didn't experience any pain. And this is why we're going to talk about acne today, because there's stages to acne. And you might question yourself like, oh, I don't know why, I see people that have acne, but it doesn't cause them any pain, or it doesn't seem like they're going through the same things that I'm going through, but it could be different. Everybody's acne stages are different. But me, I remember this specific time, we went to, I think it was a beach over in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
I remember perfectly. I was in the room and my mom was telling me like, oh, like, let's get out, so we can go down to the pool area. I kid you not, I would wear makeup almost every day, like since I started middle school, because of my acne. Like, I didn't like how I looked with it. And it would make me feel insecure. Yeah. It really did. At that age, you want to look your best and everything.
You definitely do. You got that schoolgirl crush.
Yes.
Not only that, you want to fit in.
No. And then I remember telling my mom, like, okay, like, I'll go downstairs right now, but I'm just going to do, like, my base. That's the only thing I wanted to cover up, my base.
Mm-hmm.
Just my face. I didn't care if I wore lashes or my eyebrows or anything like that. I did not care. And she was like, no, you're going to go down there with no makeup on.
Oh.
You're in the pool. And I was like, no, Mom. Eventually, she convinced me. I was like, okay, maybe this is something that I have to do to feel comfortable with myself. But no, I broke down in the pool and I told her, no, Mom, like, I don't feel comfortable.
The thing is, like,
it wasn't bad, but you notice it. Yeah. Especially, you don't understand why it's coming out or why you have it, but you feel insecure about it.
Yeah, very insecure. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
It's okay, Eventually, I started to get more comfortable. I would go to school, like, with no makeup on sometimes. But I wouldn't just go barefaced. Yeah. But I would wear some. Yeah. But not how I would start in my freshman year. I mean, my middle school years. But I would ask my mom, like, Mom, like, why does this, keep coming up? Like, why do I keep, having these pimples? And my mistake was popping them.
Oh, you were a picker.
Yep, I was a picker. Don't recommend. Please don't pick your pimples. No.
I'm here for that advice.
Yeah.
Let's start there. Leave your acne alone. Do not pick at it. If you feel the need to pop your acne, stop whatever you're doing. I don't care if you're in the middle of a lecture. Ask to go to the bathroom. And always keep maybe a toner in your bag or a cleanser or a moisturizer. Go to the bathroom, go in front of a mirror and start treating that acne.
Instead of
like popping it. And it actually, it satisfies the need to pick when you're treating your acne. Yeah.
So do you want to talk about the stages of acne?
Yeah, let's go over the stages of acne.
So there is
I'll go over the grade and then you can go
I'll go over
like the detail of it all.
Of it.
Yeah. So there's grade 1 acne, which is mild, and there is grade 2 acne, which is the moderate, and there is grade 3, which is the moderate to severe, and grade 4 is the severe. In my case, in middle school, I would say grade 3. Grade 3, moderate to severe, because it wasn't often that I had those nodules, but they were definitely there. Yeah. How about you?
I would say moderate. And this is, I'm going to explain. Once again, if we look down, it's because we have our cue cards right here. Grade 1, mild. It's mainly whiteheads and blackheads, which everyone knows what a whitehead and a blackhead is. With some papules and pustules. Grade 2, which is moderate, which is the stage, I would describe moderate in my case. Multiple papules and pustules, mainly on the face. I had it in my cheek area. Grade 3, it's moderate severe. Papules and pustules plus inflamed nodules affecting back and chest. Grade 4, severe, many large, painful, and inflamed pustules and nodules. Now you're asking yourself, oh, what the heck is
a papule? I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'm sorry. I'm having my brain fog again. What did I say? Did I say grade 3?
Grade 3.
Okay, moderate to severe.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I've been like, pray for me. I've been like having these spells. I can't remember.
You're good. Yeah.
Okay.
Grade 3.
Perfect.
You're like, see, I got you. I got you.
I want to make sure I'm clear with beautiful people.
Papules and pustules and nodules. You don't really hear those terms often.
Mm-mm.
At all. You hear a pimple or
a blackhead,
a whitehead, a blackhead, but you never hear the term of what it actually is and how it looks like. And we're actually going to insert some pictures of what all of these look like on the skin. A pustule is a small inflamed pus-filled blister-like. They look like sores on the skin, and it could be like 1 centimeter of size. A papule is a raised area of the skin tissue, often called a skin lesion. And a nodule is a fluid-filled or solid lump under the skin. So there's a difference between those. And then, I don't think we mentioned this, but there's a cystic lesion too. That would go under the grade 4 of acne.
Yes, grade 4, yeah.
Which is the same as a nodule. It's an inflamed lump under the skin, but with pus in it too. But it's also really, really painful. Now, those are honestly not recommended for you to even touch. Yeah. Don't even touch them.
Don't touch those.
1, they're gonna hurt, and 2, all you're doing is, by touching and picking at them, is you're just spreading the bacteria all over the area.
Yeah, especially because they're really deeply rooted underneath the skin. So when you're pressing at it, it's just spreading to the other places. Yeah. And I want to say that let's go over the look of a papule or pustule. They are white because our bodies have white stem cells. Mm-hmm. Skin cells or stem cells? White skin cells. I'm sorry. White skin cells. Bear with us. I don't have the lady today.
I know, we're shaking.
So, so they look white because our bodies have white skin cells. And what happens is when our bodies are introduced to that bacteria, those T cells that I'm referring to, they are like the first responders. They are getting to that bacteria and they are fighting it. And what you're seeing is the dead white cells that are accumulating in that area. So that's why it's raised. That's why it looks like that. It's because our bodies are literally attacking the bacteria, and when it dies, it stays there compacted in that area.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if this is related to that or not, but when somebody gets a cut and you start seeing white on that cut, it's pretty much that. Obviously, in the cut it's an open area, but it's those cells trying to create a barrier to close it up.
Yeah.
Pretty much what it is, but this is on your skin, because your face compared to the rest of your body, it can be different.
Yeah,
you're more prone on your face than
you definitely are more prone. And I want to go over. We went over the stages of acne. Now let's go over it, because we told you that not all acne is the same acne.
No,
Alondra in her early stages of acne was completely different from mine. We were in 2 different stages. But with that being said, the reason is because our skin types are different. And our genetics is different. So we aren't approaching our breakouts the same.
No.
Which is completely fine.
It's it's fine, it's normal.
So let's go over the skin types. Yeah, thank you. There is oily skin, there is dry skin, and there are mature skin types. So with that being said, when you have oily skin, you want to combat your acne and you want to treat your skin as if it's really without water. So hydro-based products, which is water-based products, are your best option
That's your bestie.
Yes, at treating your acne. You probably are saying, well, why is my skin so oily? Why am I seeing all this oil? It's because your skin is overworking itself to accommodate from the lack of hydration that you're experiencing. So if you start implementing hydro byproducts, it'll help balance you out. You won't see so much congestion in the area, or you won't see so much oiliness throughout your day because you're combating it with that. With that being said, dry skin types is the opposite. You want to treat your skin with lipid byproducts, oil-based products, something that is going to nourish your skin because your skin needs it, and you probably are dealing with dull skin as well. Once you put more effort into putting in more lipid byproducts, you'll see such a difference in your skin health. And mature skin, Alondra and I was talking about this before we started to record, and I want her to go over that because you got knowledge in that.
I would say when it comes to the mature skin, you still, you need to prioritize your hydration. As you get older, you're going to need different, products into your skin. You want to hydrate the living life of your skin as you're getting older too. Mature skin tends to lack, your collagen, elasticity too, and you might be prone to more. I don't really see a lot of mature skin with acne, but I think there. Yeah, for the most part.
I see a lot of mature skin in the treatment room. I see that they get a lot of blackheads in their
not so much like
area.
acne,
no. It's more congestion.
So you want to exfoliate to what were the ingredients we were talking about?
So we were talking about the stone cropped
stimulating products too. That really stimulates your blood circulation. It opens up,
detoxifies you. Yeah,
that's what you need. Now, going back to what you were saying, like because I fall into the oily skin type. At first, I thought, okay, I'm oily. Why would I use oils? Or why would I hydrate my skin if I'm already moisturized enough? But no, it's not about that. It's about looking for what is good for you and what is actually, going to help you. Now, I have my serums, I have my oils, my moisturizers, but you have to see what works for you and what's, what falls into your skin type. Same thing as mature skin. You can still exfoliate. Is not recommended to over exfoliate too. Regardless.
Yeah. Regardless of what skin type you are.
Yeah, because you're just scraping the heck out of
your skin.
I would do that. That's why.
Oh my goodness.
I'm guilty of that.
I don't know if I should, but I have the save the Snapchat of me in 12th grade because that's when I actually started.
I think I have my own.
I had no moisture and I was over stripping my skin. It was really, really bad. I have dry skin. And
you see, like, we both dealt with acne, but I had excess oil and then she was lacking oils.
Yes.
But the acne was still present. That's why we recommend, figure out what your your skin type is, because you only know yourself too. You can see it in your face, you can feel it too, but we always recommend to go to a professional as well.
Because a professional may tell you probably think, oh my goodness, I have combination skin. Yes, that's me. And you'll go to get a consultation from your esthetician, and she's like, no, girl, you actually have dry skin.
Yeah.
I've done that so many times. Some of my clients like, oh, I'm so oily. Right. I'm like, where?
I think you can see it. Like sometimes with myself, I would see like, oh my God, I'm so oily. I could tell, but I was also dehydrated.
Yeah.
So there's a difference. There's a difference between that too, that you just have to really get to know and understand a little bit more. And it's good. It's going to benefit you at the end of the day.
Yeah. I want to go over routines.
Yeah.
So what's the perfect routine for acneic skin? And with that being said, what's the perfect routine for acne and dealing with acne at the different levels of skin types?
That's a good point.
So if someone has like acne but oily skin, or acne with dry skin, and also at the different stages, how should they address it?
With my personal experience, when I started dealing with acne, this is, first, don't use your drugstore exfoliator cleansers, because that's what I would use all the time.
Yeah.
I would wake up
I'm sorry, but that's not to say
that you don't
too expensive products. That's not what we're saying. You don't have to buy expensive products
to get the skincare,
exactly,
result that you want. You don't need that. I started off by my cleanser. Would you say double cleansing your toner? After that,
exfoliate. Well, your toner, cleansing, exfoliating,
and your serums, your moisturizer. I would include a mask too. And I would also include in all of that to go get an appointment with your esthetician.
Yeah.
Probably, I would do that too.
Yeah.
It really depends.
Yeah.
Would you want to add to that?
Yeah, let's add to it.
That's a basic.
Yeah, that is the basic. A cleanser, exfoliator. I highly recommend an exfoliator. But what Alondra said, do not over exfoliate your skin. So I'm gonna try to simplify it for you guys. When you're experiencing acne and you have maybe dry skin, and with that said, you're having stage 3, 4, and 2. You want to combat your acne with a gentle exfoliator. So some gentle exfoliating ingredients that you can start, to research are salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, and, as Alondra said, going to see your esthetician. You do not have to go to a dermatologist unless you want to, but if you're experiencing those three stages of acne, a gentle exfoliator is your best option, and it goes for oily skin as well. But if you're dealing with maybe stage 1 acne, I would go for a scrub, because you're not dealing with any pustules. You're only dealing with blackheads and stuff. So that's more so congestion.
Yeah.
And
that can, that's something that can be a work in progress, like with consistency.
Yes,
just
exactly.
Like any other concern. But
so you would want to exfoliate once to twice a month. Once or twice a week.
Like, geez. What's the time?
A month? No. Once or twice
a week.
And if you are using makeup, twice a week.
Yes, please.
Twice a week. You're not going to get away with doing once a week.
And don't go to sleep with your makeup on. I get it, you're out, having a good time. You get home, you're like, oh, you know what? I'll just wash it in the morning. No.
Let me just lay here for like 2 more minutes. Get up, girl.
You don't understand how like hungry your pores are. They're like, ooh, yay, makeup. Like
those mites.
Yes.
Oh, yucky. That's not good.
Don't do it.
No.
No. Now, you know how you mentioned the salicylic acid and benzoyl peroxide?
Uh-huh.
If you go to, you've been to a drugstore. If you go on there and they have the different cleansers and you see in the bottles like, okay, it has salicylic acid, it has benzoyl peroxide. I've always looked at how much they have.
Yes.
Always looked at how much they have. I remember I started using a product that had benzoyl peroxide and I started noticing that my skin was drying out. Now, that was an alert to me. Okay, maybe the amount that this product has is like a little too much for me, more than what I need. And, it's showing that by drying out my skin.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I recommend you go to a professional and you ask questions about that. Like, hey, like, what are some ingredients, that I can be incorporating into my skincare routine? And maybe right there and there, they can recommend you some products. Like, okay, let's avoid that and let's try this instead. So I will look at that too.
Yeah. And also, you want to replenish any type of exfoliation or cleansing that you're doing to your skin. So when you're cleansing your skin and you're exfoliating your skin, you're getting rid of not only the dirt and grime and the bacteria, but you're also getting rid of your oils, your natural oils. So you want to make sure that you're replenishing whatever you take away. It's like a math problem.
Yeah.
Because I'm in the treatment room all day, every day, using modalities, exfoliating, like using the top tier methods of exfoliating. But I know in the back of my head, after we're done exfoliating, I need to be using a mask, a toner, and a moisturizer. So please do not skip the moisturizer,
the after part,
and toners. Please don't skip that. If you were to go to one thing and have that one thing be like your moisturizer method, get a moisturizer. Get like a good moisturizer that is for your skin type, and a good serum, because that will help, replenish whatever you take away.
Add on to that. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to talk about acne scars.
Oh my God. I still have those.
Me too.
I still deal with them. But there's a bestie of mine called Clear Skin Boulevard. And I know I talked about this before. Oh my God, the
kombucha is my best friend.
I love that one.
Yeah, Clear Skin.
Recently that I went on vacation, I was talking to Essence about it. I had 2 breakouts on this side of my cheek. And now when I break out, honestly, I'm like, oh, hey, little friend. Nothing crazy. And I'm like, because I know now how to treat it. And I know now not to pick on it. Why? Because then the acne scars come. To this day, I still see them. Well, I see some that are still like, like a little bit of red. You can still see them. But then I see other acne scars where you can see like a little, it's not a dent. What did you say?
Oh, it's a depression in
the skin. On my skin. If I look at it right now in this view, with the lighting hitting me right now, I can see it. And you might be able to see it too. But if I look at it in the mirror, then you can't see it.
You can't.
But that's because I would pick on my pimples. And eventually I started creating that.
Yeah.
Now, well, could you add to that, to the acne scars, like what not to do or what to do?
There are 3 different acne scars. There are post-inflammatory erythema, which it's leaving that red scar behind. There's post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, which I deal with a lot. I'm still treating it to this day. And then there is the depression. Some people call it, I just went blank, but it's like a depression in the skin. So that is created when, if there is enough or too much trauma to the skin, that is going to deplete your collagen. So that in that area, there's no more collagen left, and you're gonna have to just. It takes a longer duration of time to cure all of these acne scars. But one thing that I will say is that turmeric. I don't recommend hydroquinone for hyperpigmentation. I used to use it in high school, and my skin was so pale, and I still felt like there was a lot of hyperpigmentation.
Yeah,
and also I was not using a sunscreen.
I didn't even know what a sunscreen was.
I know. So turmeric is a really good ingredient.
Vitamin C.
Burberry extract, tartragum, and there's one more. There's one more ingredient. It'll probably come back to me, but those are some great ingredients to look into at your local Ulta or your Sephora, and just do some research.
Always read too. Like if you're like looking, around the beauty store, look at the ingredients too, and every ingredient that Essence mentioned, I'm sure it has to be in one of those products that you're looking at.
Yeah.
So
I know that in Ulta they are really big on turmeric in their brightening lines that they carry. But make sure that this is a topic for another podcast, but make sure that turmeric or that active ingredient that you're looking for that I just listed is maybe one of the first 5 to 6 ingredients in that product. Don't get the product if it's the last product that's listed in that ingredient or in that bottle, because it's just not going to do. It's just a filler. Everything else it's just like a little selling point.
Yeah.
Everything else in that bottle is just for the product to sit on the shelf and look pretty. Make sure that what you're buying is going to be active. It's going to truly work for you. But yeah, those ingredients will help with acne scars.
Now, what would you say, like, it's something things that people can, do to, I wouldn't say prevent acne, but, kind of control that.
Control it?
More like an everyday thing. What's something?
Oh, so before we started recording, I told you this analogy that I had given you. I'm like, well, people don't understand that when you're actively breaking out, you should be actually doing more in your skincare regimen. It's like when you're sick, right?
Oh, yeah.
When you're sick, you take medicine.
You have like infection or something.
Yeah, what do you take? You take medicine, antibacterial or something like you take medicine. And it's the same for your acne. When you're having a flare out, be intentional at what your skin is telling you. What I personally like to do with dealing with my moderate to severe acne is I like to go to sleep with the acne fighting mask on. Like, I don't touch my moisturizer because I know that
it helped.
Acne is a really nice, nourishing treatment that's going to get down in the root of the problem. So I'll moisturize my mask in, and I'll go to sleep in my mask, and then I'll wake up and I'll wash it off with my cleanser, and then I'll follow my normal routine. Your routine. Yeah. How about you? What are you doing when you're having an active flare out?
Always clean the area. Well, I would say the whole your whole skincare routine. I haven't really been dealing with acne, thank God. But oh yeah, Mexico. Yeah, I was going back to that. Perfect example. I mean, the water over there too is like not the best either, but for some reason my skin over there was looking top notch. I don't know what it was, but it was something over there. My skin was just looking good. But then I started getting those little 2 blemishes, and I told myself, okay, I know why they came out, which was because, I mean, what you're eating and everything out there, it was a lot of grease.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did, first, I seen the little bump. I didn't touch it. I was like, okay, it's coming. I waited until my little whitehead came out. After that, I pressed on a warm cotton round.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when, I was like, okay, just the tiniest pressure. Because back then I would go in hand with my fingers. Oh, yeah,
with the fingertips
so
and everything.
Bad.
The fingernails. Oh, don't do that. Please
don't do that. And I recommend that too, make sure like you're using something warm. That way it's not just like cold and just going in on it.
Well, that's my recommendation.
The cold?
The cold. Cryo.
But
in your case, you were using warm?
Yeah. It just, it made it easier.
Yeah, to get out.
So I just used the tiniest of pressure on it, and that's it. I just cleaned it up, left it like that, and then I didn't add my moisturizer anymore. I went ahead and did the Clear Skin serum on it, just like a little spot treatment.
Mm-hmm.
That thing is wondrous because the next day, the inflammation was gone, the redness was gone. You could still see them, but it was less.
Yeah.
And some of the ingredients that Essence was talking about is what's included in there. So that's why it's good to look at, what kind of ingredients are going to help you with your blemishes too. Because just a little spot on treatment helped me.
Yeah.
And I mean, back then,
it'll work a world of difference.
Yeah.
It really would. It would make a difference.
Back then, I wouldn't really know what to put on my face, so I thought exfoliating my skin and then adding my moisturizer was going to help me, which it really didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like in my case, when I started getting older, my acne started slowing down. I don't know how, personally, but it just started slowing down.
Yeah. It'd probably have to do with a number of things.
Yeah.
And we haven't even scratched just, the surface of what can trigger acne.
Yeah.
But we can also go into another video of that.
About that.
I've been sitting across from you almost every week on Sundays, and I have never noticed your nose ring. I did not know you had a nose ring. I'm like, literally.
I've been having this since I was like...
Did you change it?
No. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Since, you know what? All right. You know what? This is the end of this channel. And it's always this side too. I was wondering, I was like, what does she keep looking at? Do I have like a boogie or something?
It's because I'm noticing your nose ring. I'm like,
you have a nose ring? Maybe because it's so thin. But I do have a nose ring, guys. I don't think you can see it from here, but
I have never noticed it.
Really?
I'm so serious. I have never noticed your nose ring right now.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I'm surprised. Because earlier I was playing with it like this.
You've been playing with your lashes all day.
I know that too. These dang lash clusters. They're stabbing my eyeball, but I'm here, right? But
oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
That's how you treat it?
Yeah. Well, now. But yeah. I don't think I ever treated my acne like that.
Yeah. Well, I still have flare outs, but they aren't as there aren't nodules. They're just pustules.
Oh, yeah.
They're just hair everywhere.
I'm sure that was not the best.
Yeah. Nodules hurt so bad. They do. But let's talk about travel skin and then we'll get into some trends.
Yes.
So travel skin.
Yes.
So remember when you're traveling, and this is just going to be simple. We're not going to get all into it, but it's simple. When you're traveling, make sure to be on top of your skincare regimen, okay? And also, the environment that you're traveling to is completely different. So be aware that your skin is going to adjust to its environment. And when you're coming back, it probably takes your skin a while to adjust back to normal. So
that's what happened to me. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to have some breakouts here and there, but it's completely normal. Just as I said, treat it as if you're sick. Mm-hmm. Like, actually be intentional and do more and go the extra distance to treat your acne. Use like a mask and your serums and your toners and exfoliate just as Alondra did. Listen to what your skin is telling you, because if you just sit and actually feel and see what's going on, it'll navigate you to what to do next.
So when I went to my vacation recently, I made sure to pack I didn't have a cleansing oil, but I made sure to pack a cleansing balm.
Oh, nice.
And then my cleanser. After that, my moisturizer, my serums, and I also packed the charcoal detoxifying mask, especially out there because I was wearing makeup non-stop. And the cleansing balm, I recommend using the cleansing balm or cleansing oil because it's just gonna, like help, it's gonna help the cleanser. And I mean, I would get, I'm like, okay, like let me do this. I would tell myself, you know what? I'm just gonna go to sleep with it. No, it doesn't matter. I get it. You're having fun and everything, but no.
But fight the urge.
Fight the urge. I was fighting the urge.
I used to, like high school days, I used to go to sleep with my makeup on.
Yeah.
Easy. But now I can't. I just feel so nasty, so dirty.
Did it happen like once? Heck yeah. I mean, you're there, but don't get used to that. Don't let that be your routine. Like, it'll
wash it off.
No.
You'll thank yourself later.
I use the charcoal detoxifying clam.
The charcoal mask?
Yes, yeah. That one. I used it over when I went to the beach because especially around my nose area and my cheek area, I started to feel like so congested and I didn't like it. Oh my God.
That's some good stuff.
I feel so good after that. After that, I put in my serums, my moisturizer, and my sunscreen, my tinted sunscreen too. Mm-hmm. Also, if you don't feel like wearing makeup, a
nice tinted sunscreen is nice.
Yeah, and that's it. Leave your skin like that.
Yeah, but you went that extra mile.
Yes, to incorporate the mask, just because I know what I ate was going to show on my skin. What I was drinking was going to show on my skin. We can tell when you guys drink too.
And I'm wearing your sunscreen.
Yeah.
You cannot lie to your esthetician.
We know.
Your skin tells on you so bad. Yes. It really does. And sometimes I fall victim of it. I'm like, people are going to know that I haven't been doing this.
But going the little extra mile in your skincare routine when you're on vacation will
make a world of difference.
Yeah, because then when you come back home, you're going to be like, great, now I have to deal with this again. No, you don't got to do that.
No.
Just takes a couple of minutes, do it. Why not?
And you're on vacation. You're supposed to be pampering yourself anyways, pouring into yourself, recharging. So make sure to, add a couple minutes to your vacation time to pampering yourself. Yeah.
Maybe while you're getting, while you get out the shower, pop on that face mask.
Go eat breakfast.
Yeah.
And come back to the mirror.
And then, do everything again.
Yeah.
It's going to pay off. Yeah.
Let's talk about some trends.
Ooh. So, pimple patches, huh?
You know what? I love this trend.
Yeah.
Pimple patches. I never tried it personally, but what I have been seeing online has just been very satisfying.
It is satisfying.
It really
is.
Like, people are actually trying it out, and I'm going off of their experience. Mm-hmm. I don't see anything wrong with it. I feel like it's something that is actually groundbreaking in the beauty industry today. And I honestly feel, and I have like this feeling in my gut that it's here to stay, that it's not going anywhere.
They're making different designs already. But there's a lot of different pimple patches. The brands especially too.
There are pimple patches for they're just like altering it. So if you're wanting to use your pimple patch while you have your makeup on, you can do that, and you cannot see it, which is really cool. Or if you're like a teen and you want to be fun and put stars or something like that,
instead of cool. Just like the clear ones, because there's clear ones. There is like I've seen star ones, smiley face ones. What else?
I've seen so many. Oh, the bandages that you were talking about.
Oh, those bandages too.
Huge bandages that'll cover areas like of the skin.
Half of your cheek.
Yeah, if you're dealing with like a higher stage of acne. And I love that they are doing that, because if you're dealing with stage 3 or 4, you have a lot
on there.
So instead of putting the
tiny ones,
you can literally put a bandage over your entire face and it'll help it. And it also keeps people who love to pick from picking at their skin.
Why did I know about them soon?
I know. What happened to?
I don't know.
To them inventing it while I'm in high school. So I'm going to go over the definition and the ingredients and what exactly entails a pimple patch. And I'm trying to break it down into terms that you guys will understand, and again, also me. You guys have to. These are some really big words.
We're not signing up for this.
Okay. Pimple patches are commonly made of hydrocolloid.
Yay!
Thank you, girl. I literally studied for this. Hydrocolloid, a gel-forming material or originally used for healing wounds. Hydrocolloids are a heterogeneous group of long-chain polymers that can be used, or that can be proteins. I'm sorry. Hydrocolloid just means a polymerous material that absorbs water to form a gel. So it's forming into a gel, which is really cool. So it's basically hydrochloride. Hydrocolloid. Yeah, and it's like a little gel forming material that helps heal.
They're like that area. Soft too.
I never tried it. Have you?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you like it when you tried it out? And how long were you using it?
I used it once. I think it was because I always get one pimple all the time. And it's right here. Well, I don't have it right now, but it's always always right there. So I used it for that. I remember I had work that day, and I did my whole skincare routine before I went to work, and then I was like, okay, let me try a pimple patch before I go to work and just keep it. But I didn't like how huge it looked because it was taking over this whole area. And whenever I go home and I take it off, it did take off a lot of the gunky stuff.
Did you see it come out?
No.
Like, did you see like the little
like the
gel
lifting? Yeah.
Pulling it out?
No. But I didn't like how it left the area.
Okay, how did it leave the area?
Going back to the I forgot what you said.
Did it leave a depression in your skin?
Depressioning.
Yeah.
That's what it did to me. I don't know why, but it did that to me. That I'm like, okay, I don't think.
Was it there just for like a couple hours and did it heal up, or was it there? Like, was it healing like that?
It was healing like that, and I didn't like it.
Okay.
But I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a try another time.
Yeah, because there's a lot. Just because the patches itself is made of hydrochloride, they're probably putting other ingredients in it as well, because it's different. There's different patches out there.
Like it did what it had to do, but I didn't like the aftermath of it.
Okay.
So maybe I don't know. I would give it a try again if it ever comes to that again. But
I would give it a try, but I'm just so stuck in my way of treating my acne.
Yeah.
And what's working for me is working, but I
You're open.
This trend. Yeah, this trend, I don't see anything wrong with it.
It is cool. It's satisfying to watch. I see a lot of videos on TikTok. There's this girl that always comes up in my For You page, and she has like a little jar. I forgot the name of the jar. She has a name for her jar, and she puts all her pimple patch little thingies afterwards. After, you know, like she removes them, she puts them in there.
To show she's collecting.
Yeah, and it's like so like satisfying to watch.
Yeah.
The only thing, I think we talked about this one time. The only thing I don't recommend is obviously disinfecting any tools that you use when you apply the pimple patches and afterwards. But I don't recommend you like purging.
Oh, pricking the pimple.
Yeah.
Alondra was telling me that
because I've been seeing it a lot, and
people are taking needles.
Yeah.
And they are poking at their skin before putting
the pimple patch to create that opening to that. But the whole point of the pimple patch is to do exactly that. Like, you don't have to do that extra step.
You do not. No.
Yeah.
And one thing that I will tell you guys with doing that, us as professional estheticians, if we were to do that to your skin, we would be out of our scope of practice. Yeah. We cannot use, if we can't use it, I don't think you guys should use it. No. Don't use a needle to get at your, please don't use it. Because again, as Alondra said,
it might make it worse, honestly.
It will make it worse because you don't know how deep you're going into your skin. And you can be causing infections, and you don't want to deal with that.
No. So that's the whole purpose.
Yeah, it's a purpose.
That's the whole purpose of the pimple patch, you know? And it's just painful. Like, don't do that.
It is painful. You ready to go over some comments?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So I went through some Reddit comments, if you shall say, and we found some
crazy ones.
Interesting things. So brace yourself. And also, I want to give a trigger warning for anyone, because we will be sharing some photos, a little bit of the photos from the Reddit app. So if you don't like seeing graphic things, you probably want to skip past a little bit of it. I'll let you know when to skip past it. So I'm going to go over the first one. Acne. I am 18 and I just can't seem to get rid of this acne on my face. How do I clear it up? I could really use some help. So this Reddit comment has a picture of a teenage 18-year-old boy who is, it looks like, moderate to severe acne, and he is also dealing with post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. Now, I am assuming that his skin type, dealing with just like going from his age and the gender that he is, he's probably dealing with combination to oily skin,
which is common. You know, it's really common for especially men. You know, they produce that excess oil naturally.
So I would say definitely going to, just off of the picture, it's looking like he's dealing with post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So straight out the bat, brightening ingredients: Burberry extract, turmeric, licorice root, tartar is it's going to be his best friend from here on out, just because he's probably still dealing with it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And as for his acne, I would go for a gentle exfoliator, the salicylic acid and the benzoyl peroxide. And I'll let you give some advice.
Let's see. want to hug him.
I know. He's like literally, he's probably getting some help though.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that he's going to a dermatologist.
I hope so. You said salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, exfoliating too. What about?
Sorry, there's a fly in here.
Yeah, I've been looking at it. It's a mosquito.
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I was looking at it too. Well,
Sunscreen.
a lot of guys don't wear sunscreen either.
I will bet money that he is not using
There is a lot.
sunscreen.
Yeah, there is a lot of hyperpigmentation too. Yeah, my mind is blank.
So just what I said would be great.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I would also recommend going to see, an esthetician too.
Yeah. I have a feeling that he's seeing a dermatologist. I could be wrong.
So, yeah. I'm 18 and I just can't seem to get rid of this acne on my face. How do I clear? I wonder how long he's been dealing with it too.
Yeah.
Because it's all over.
Yeah, it is all over. You really can't. You cannot cure acne. There is no cure for it, but you can definitely treat it for sure. Yeah. You ready to go over to the second? Oh, we're saving the best for last. Okay. Yeah. You ready to go over the second comment? What's the fastest, best way to get rid of pimples without a pimple patch?
Let's say how I do it.
How would you do it?
Same routine as I did when I was over in vacation. That's how I would do it myself. Mm-hmm. But what do you think? It depends.
I would look at my skin's microbiome layer.
Yeah.
Okay, so we all have this microbiome layer of our skin, and that's where our good probiotics live and our bad probiotics live. So you want to treat sorry guys. You want to treat your acne, or you want to treat your skin, you want to treat that layer of your skin. So a lot of good probiotics. So look at ingredients that have pre, post, or probiotics. That is the fastest way you can treat any stages of acne. So pre, post, and probiotics are your best route at giving you that effect as if you were using a pimple patch.
Right.
My favorite thing to use for acne in general is the kombucha microbiome luminicity serum. That thing,
chef's kiss.
Yes, it is a secret
and you see
weapon.
like you have that, I have the clear skin. It's different products for different skin types, but for the same purpose.
Yep.
So I think that's both of them are pretty good recommendations.
Okay, this is another comment. It's not there yet.
Okay.
I think it's coming up soon. Any advice to get rid of big nodules? Can't afford a dermatologist. That's a huge nodule.
That is a huge one. First, it's inflamed. Don't pick it, first of all. I mean, I just by looking at it, it huge. Must hurt, yeah.
Okay, what I would do in this case, and I'm just taking my experience, what I will do is cryo. I will go to the refrigerator, I'll get some ice, I'll put that ice on that area, I'll let that ice melt completely on that area, and then after I do that, I would suggest you go to a professional when you have these breakouts. but I also do high frequency. That high frequency is going to speed up your metabolism. It's going to help with the inflammation and the fluid that's built up, and it's going to help flatten it out. Those are 2 things I would do for my nodules that are that big. I would use cryo ice. I would ice it, and high frequency. It's the best thing.
I love the high frequency. Yeah. Well, now thinking about it, that's what I would use when I started esthetician school. Because, you know, when you do esthetician school, like, you get facials, like, non-stop.
You do.
So that was also, it was nice, but it was also doing something to my skin. You know, you get little breakouts here and there.
Yeah, you can definitely overdo it.
Once I started getting to know more about the modules, high frequency came along, and I love that thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to order myself one right now and do it.
I love sparking.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Bzz,
yep.
Bzz, bzz. Every time a new client comes in with like a lot of acne, I'm like ready to get shocked. Or
you got good stories with that.
There's this song that goes in that plays in my head every time. Oh, the hair grease song. It's electrifying. You better shape up. Because I need a man. And my heart is set on you. That song comes in all the time. You do that? Yeah. It's electrifying.
That's what it is.
It is. Mm-hmm. It's really nice.
High frequency is recommended for that, honestly.
I started singing.
We're all dancing.
But literally, that's the song that plays in my head. You
wonder you're doing that.
Yeah, you wonder what goes on in the esthetician's head.
A lot
while in the treatment room.
Does this hurt her? Am I doing too much? Is this too much pressure?
Okay, let's go to the next comment.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, this one. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to go over this, okay?
Okay.
Because I feel for this question a lot.
Okay.
Okay, is there any way to naturally get rid of hormonal acne? I've had it since I was probably 15, and I'm 21 turning 22. I know it from hormonal imbalance, and I really don't want to take birth control to fix it. Is there anyone who had, or I think she meant who's, like, or who have hormonal acne and has gotten rid of it? So you cannot get rid of hormonal acne.
No.
But one thing that I will say, there's this kit, and I'm going to put it on the screen today.
Yes.
It's going to help a lot of you women or men who's dealing with like excessive breakouts as well, hormonal imbalance. But this kit, I cannot stress it enough, is the best kit. So I really highly recommend the Reset Rewind kit from Clear Skin or Clear Choice. It's a 4-step system, and I'm telling you, I'll put a before and after. Yeah, I'll put a before and after picture side by side of one of my clients who was dealing with.
Oh goodness, yeah, that's good.
And this system literally helped her out so much. And also, when you're dealing with hormonal imbalance and you're dealing with that acne, go see your esthetician. In this kit, you have to get through an esthetician.
Yeah.
You cannot go online to get this kit from Amazon or wherever you're purchasing it from, where you think you're going to purchase it from. You can't. You need a license to get this kit, but don't let that deter you. Go to... You can
always go to your nearest or, wherever you're comfortable with professional-wise.
Yes, and say, hey, can you please order this? I seen it on a podcast and she's recommending it. Can you please get it for me? And yeah, just get your hands on a kit. It's really going to help with hormonal acne.
That client of yours, wow.
I know.
The change.
And it was so fast.
That just says a lot on how good it is.
It's really good. So I hope you come across this video, whoever is dealing with hormonal acne, and I hope you get your hands on it.
I mean, it's always recommended to give it a try, honestly.
I gave it a try, and I'm glad. That was the best decision that I have ever made for my skin. It really made a difference. Yeah. All right, you can go over this comment. Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. Click out if you need to, or skip along after the picture. But okay. This is a case. This is a case of F around and find out.
Literally, literally. This comment says this guy wanted to get rid of acne scars. He thought, though, that professional acne scar removal is way too expensive, so he decided just to buy a bottle of chemical acne peel from eBay. First of all, my dad, he orders things off eBay for like, I don't know, some shoes, I don't know, furniture or something. But when it comes to your skin, don't do this, please.
He purchased a TCA pill. He said, I'm going all out.
Oh my goodness. No. If you are ever interested in getting a chemical peel, always go to a professional. Don't do this to yourself. You don't understand how powerful they can be. They could, they're great. You end up with great results, but there's stages to chemical peels, and not everyone can just put something like this, on their skin.
There are chemicals.
Peel. Like, oh, no.
You cannot, and a TCA pill at that. I don't think we can handle TCA pills in this state.
No.
As someone who hasn't been to beauty school is,
oh my God, this is, yeah, I don't even know what to say. Instead of, I understand maybe, you felt the need to just want to do something in your own hands, but I'd rather spend that money on those treatments, because now there's just a whole nother
issue.
Yeah.
And he's gonna, he literally made it worse. So that healing process is gonna take a long time. And I don't think he would ever be back to that stage. Ever.
Is it possible,
I don't think so.
I don't know. But
I think he will always have scarring from that.
Yeah, definitely.
Just looking at the picture. Yeah, he's definitely going to always have some sort of scarring. And I bet you he
is regretting it.
He ran to a professional real quick.
Yep. He's like, hey, so how much is it? I'm like, exactly.
It's so sad, but it's the truth. And I know a lot of people fall victim of it.
Yes.
They think that they can do it themselves because they don't want to spend so much money. But let me tell you, save your coins.
And if you really,
And I highly recommend. And honestly, I feel like if he would have went to go see a professional, they probably would have done something totally different from a TCA pill. Yeah. Those are really low.
Yeah.
Low in the pH scale.
Because he probably didn't know exactly, what kind of scarring he was dealing with.
Or what type of acne.
Or what type of acne. It could have all started with his acne. Like, okay, so what's going on? What steps am I supposed to take? What kind of acne do I have? What can I treat it, or how can I treat it? But,
yeah. Well, I see what you're saying. He probably, his stage was probably treatable without a peel at all. You're right.
And peels are not something you play with.
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I know it was a little long.
I know.
But thank you so much to our supporters. Oh my goodness. You guys are the best. You guys, comment down below, please, and say hi. Just comment down below.
Hi.
Say hi.
Just something.
Because I want to know your names.
I know.
Because
I want to see who's watching us, who's who's actually there,
who's on the other side, because this is our beginning, and I really want to know the names. In the beginning, I want to know you guys. I want to know who was there in the beginning watching us with our first couple of videos.
And if you have questions about anything that we talked about, our email will be in our description down below. You guys can shoot us an email and ask away anything, especially acne. I feel like anyone can relate to acne. So whatever it is, whatever you're dealing with, it's gonna stay between us.
Yeah,
just us.
Oh, and anyone who's dealing with hormonal acne and you really want to get it through us, we are estheticians, and I don't care wherever you are in the world. Please reach out. We can schedule a consultation, and I can see if we could get you that kit.
Yeah.
To try out. Yeah, you can, come to me. I'm open. I'll be more than happy, more than honored to be your esthetician.
To help you, yeah.
Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe to the new ones if you haven't already yet, and click that notification bell to stay up to date on us posting.
Yes, and don't forget to follow us on Spotify. And as mentioned, if you guys can take a couple of seconds to just rate our podcast, how we're doing, how much you're enjoying it. We notice everything, especially on Spotify, YouTube.
YouTube is going crazy.
YouTube is going crazy. I'm excited. Slowly but surely, our purpose of this podcast is just for people to feel comfortable, to know that they're not alone in this. There's more to this beauty industry that you guys think that a lot of people relate to. So if we're here, to share our experiences and share what we know, then we're going to do so by, doing this.
We're not going to gatekeep.
Nope, we're not. But please don't order things off eBay.
Yeah,
for your skin.
Stay off eBay for any of your skincare needs.
Any health concerns or anything like that. Don't do that to yourself.
Thank you for watching, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.